Hey there, y'all, and welcome to today's Daily Down and Dirty. My name is Fairlight. Welcome to Airy Fairy Tarot. All right, y'all, so the message today is emerging from a tunnel. When I first started looking at these cards, I was like, fuck. So the first cards that we've got the Page of Cups reversed. We've got the Five of Wands reversed, and we've got the Seven of Cups reversed. And so 2 Cups cards reversed, it feels like, somebody's feeling drained. And then with the Five of Wands reversed, it's like there's no fight left. So it's like, fuck, this is going to be a reading just all about futility and giving up. But then I started looking at this other flock of cards that had landed, and so it's not so bad. But before I address this, I've got this myrrh incense just going. It smells really good, but of course the smoke comes at me as soon as I get talking. So then we have the Four of Coins reversed, which, I take Four of Coins in a couple different ways. Sometimes it can mean that you're holding on to something too tightly, but sometimes it can mean, guard your chest. This, what's in your chest is the most valuable thing you have, and so being protective of it. So with this Four of Coins being reversed, it really feels like maybe opening up a little bit, letting something in, giving something or someone a chance. So then we come to this main, what I call the flock of cards. We've got the Tower reversed, we've got the Justice card upright, we've got the Lovers upright, we've got the Three of Wands upright, we've got the Nine of Cups upright, and then we've got the Sun upright. So we go from all of these reversals and almost like a stagnation where you're feeling drained to suddenly it's like you surrender something, whatever you've been protecting yourself, and then the only reversal we have is the Tower, and then all of these other major arcanas, almost all of these are major arcanas after that. So I kind of want to say that if you are feeling a lot of pressure right now, I know the astrology right now, I think tomorrow it'll be exact, it could be today, I don't know, I've lost track of the days, you guys, but we're coming into Mars and Pluto opposing each other again for like the 3rd time in I think 6 months. So very powerful opposition there, and then also squaring that is Black Moon Lilith as well as the Sun. The Sun has moved on beyond the exact square, but it's still a pretty intense energy. And so if you're feeling this, it's like all this pressure or whatever, feeling drained, all of this, it's cultivating you into a diamond. It's pressurizing you into a diamond. So with the Tower being reversed, and then you've got the Justice card upright, and then the Lovers, I love this whole progression. With the Tower being reversed, and I'm like looking at these other cards too. I feel like the Tower reversed is more of this energy, kind of feeling like in a tunnel, where it feels like maybe you're not in a tunnel, you're just lost in a cave system, and will you ever see the light again? I almost feel that energy of depletion and futility and feeling kind of lost. The Tower upright isn't bad, it's just about timelines completing themselves, timelines. So I almost feel like the tunnel needed to collapse for a little bit, and for some reason something had to be rebuilt, or something needed to be circumnavigated, or you needed to go under it. Usually, are saying, the only way out is through. So it's like you felt lost for a while, but at the same time with the Tower being reversed, it feels like it's not a complete annihilation. So because we've got the Justice card and the Lovers card here, one scenario I could get from this is that maybe you've been involved in a situation, and it could be multiple situations. Sometimes everything falls apart all at once. But with the Lovers card, we'll just say that maybe you've had like a love situation that that has been putting a lot of pressure on you to change. And so these are like catalyst type of energies. And, it's very possible with the Tower being reversed, maybe whatever pressure it is. So now I get two scenarios. That's kind of been the energy of the day. Is like once I acknowledge something, as soon as I look at it, then it almost like gets flayed in two. And then we want to look at the light side and the shadow side. And as soon as we zoom in on one thing, then it gets flayed into two. And there's these two sides to everything. So it feels like there's a lot of integration energy present right now, opportunities for integration, where we used to reject our shadow, we used to deny our shadow. Now it's more about looking at it and sitting with it and then allowing an integration. So whether this is a love situation, or if this is a family situation or a work situation, or just an entire you thing, whether specific or general, it looks like it's been ongoing. This wasn't this happened one night. This has been dragging on for a long time. And I'm almost getting like a nodal shift kind of a thing. So maybe the entire time the nodes were in Aries and Libra, it was ongoing. And now this nodal shift coincides with Neptune's big transit and Pluto's big transit, and then these oppositions and all of these things that, again, there's like a refinement or something. It's like it's pressuring you to turn you into something very, very unique and special and magical. And so, again, with the Tower energy, it doesn't feel either like a storyline fell apart or that you avoided a disaster. It just feels more that you have been going through this very long transformation. So almost like a death energy, it's feeling like. And it has been collapsing timelines, but somehow you've been finding your way through the dark. So a long dark night of the soul kind of thing. Then you've got the Justice card with the Lovers and the Three of Wands. Just taking these cards here. So whatever these situations are talking about, it feels like you are finding resolution. Maybe not in the way that you initially had hoped or in the way that you thought. A lot of times we don't get the clarity until we go through what it is. And so even if this was a relationship, maybe the relationship itself wasn't salvageable, but what you learned through that unsalvageable connection helped you to reclaim parts of yourself that were in the dark. And sometimes what's in the dark, those parts of us are there and they keep wreaking havoc in our lives, Tower moments, and it feels like somebody else or something outside of us is doing it to us. And so it gives you an opportunity to go deeper inside yourself. And again, that reclaiming those parts of you. But when you shine a light into it, then it's like we're multifaceted beings, we're crystalline beings. So when you're shining light through a different facet of this, you can see what once was seen as a weakness now becomes a strength. Or when it's utilized in a different way, it becomes a strength. All of that to say, with this Lovers card, this Justice card, and this Three of Wands, you very well could be aligning to a new path, whether it's a true lover, whether it's the same lover, maybe you guys have changed together, or maybe it's brought you into this space so that now you can attune to the lover that you build a life with. But without this catalyst energy, you weren't the person you could build a life with yet. But now you're able to start looking forward. Now you're able to see your ships coming in. And with this Justice card and the Lovers, again, it feels like whatever decisions need to be made, or whatever you have been calling into your life, it feels like things are righting themselves and life is getting happy again. Then you've got the Nine of Cups and the Sun. This is wish fulfillment, this is true happiness. And then you've got the Sun, the best card of the whole deck. So it's fun that with all of these energies on either end, we've got the Tower, which is such darkness, and then we've got the Sun, which is the light. So it is a great emergence, an emergence from that tunnel. And when you come into the light, and it feels like there's just this emphasis on, now that you're emerging into the light, now what do you want to do? Now what do you want to build? Now what do you want to explore? This Three of Wands, where in the world would you like to go? And also recognizing that the things showing up while sometimes they may show up and it feels serendipitous, it looks like you've been going through a lot of work to unblock yourself so that these things can flow to you more easily. And then also with that sun, I just always want to say, this is an opportunity for you to truly be happy, for you to truly shine, for you to really love yourself, whatever is brilliant about you, expressing authentically, living a sovereign expression of life, being free, being naked, being transparent to the world, and being truly authentic and allowing yourself to discover. And somehow this Four of Pentacles, Four of Coins reversed, it really feels like the heart is the gateway. And so somehow, some way, all of this energy has served to unblock whatever was preventing that light from shining through. So it really feels all of this energy that you've gone through has been a path to self-discovery and self-love. Then we've got 4 more cards. I wasn't sure if I was going to acknowledge them because then we've got 3 more cards from another deck. But I just want to say very quickly, we've got the Emperor upright, we've got the Hierophant upright, we've got the Hermit upright, all these major arcanas, and the Four of Wands. So if this were a marriage type of thing, just because Four of Wands can be a marriage type of thing, I'm not sure how I feel about marriage anymore, but whatever your version of commitment is. And that's because we've got the Lovers and all that. But even if this isn't a romantic message for you, it's still crossing a threshold. Walking through, Four of Wands is the 1111, so it's an activation code. It's walking through the pillars of kind of like the Judgment card, only minor arcana of the Judgment card. So it's like a level up, crossing the threshold into a new realm, a new portal, and new experiences where, either you are the Emperor or you align to an Emperor energy, something that's very much moving forward in the direction of what you want. And with this Hierophant, you've got both marriage cards here. So there very much could be a strong commitment coming in for you, romantic or otherwise. Also, this could be you crossing the threshold into your own spiritual activation, you crossing the threshold. I love the definition of the Hierophant that goes, a Hierophant is a person who translates the sacred mysteries. And I always want to say it twice. A Hierophant is a person who translates the sacred mysteries. You are the Hierophant if you choose to be. And the Hierophant with the Emperor shows you standing in your own empowered sovereignty. You are the authority in your life, spiritually, as well as what you intend to manifest in your world, what you create, what you conquer, all of these different things, the way you are the boss of your life and your world. And with this Hermit card too, it does feel like there's a self-reliance there, whether there is a romantic partner, any kind of partner, any other people involved here. There is something about the light of your own consciousness, really turning to the light of your own consciousness. There's even a story that talks about the Hermit has this lantern to melt the ice at his feet because maybe he's frozen, he doesn't know how to move forward. So it feels like this light of your consciousness really giving you the illumination to know what's true for you and really moving forward in the direction of your authenticity. All of these major arcanas are just mind-blowing. And then you've got a card that is called the Samaritan on the back, and on the front, oh, actually I want to go to these two because the way I picked them up. The first one is, it's a chance card. I love this deck. It's Murph's, but Murph's let me borrow it. Claim your baggage. I love that. Claim your baggage, own what's yours. With this long dark night of the soul type of energy emerging from the tunnel, I love the saying, it's okay to be trauma informed without becoming trauma absorbed. You can be traumatized and your victim story or whatever doesn't have to be your identity. But at the same time, we tend to go to the extreme. Some people so identify with their victim story that that's their entire identity. And the love and the attention they get from that, but they're not really generating any power of their own, and so it becomes kind of a parasitic energy. But then others will go to the other extreme. I'm not a victim and I'm the power in my life, life, and nobody, but at the same time, then that inner child goes unvalidated, that trauma goes unrecognized and invalidated. And so it's like, claim your baggage. I love that she's like standing at the airport, but somebody's like blowing her mind. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world to be like, oh fuck, I'm codependent. Oh fuck, I'm being avoidant, or I'm being anxious. I keep seeing all these reels and stuff about attachment styles. And so, you know, I'm probably the disorganized one, but whatever. So claim your baggage. Then protection from a peer pressure. How funny that they spelled, instead of PEER, peer pressure, it's appear, the appearances. Protection from a peer pressure. So I love that, because, you know, proof of pressure, drink me. It's like drinking the Kool-Aid. And I think it's perfect, because so many people are drinking the Kool-Aid and they're allowing outside ideologies, outside political groups, religious groups, whatever, define who they are. They're drinking the Kool-Aid because of peer pressure, and it's all about keeping up with appearances. Fuck that. Claim your baggage. Don't drink the fucking Kool-Aid. Be courageous enough to be authentic, to be truly yourself. Boss the fuck up and be the emperor. And then we've got this courage, and Smokey the Bear is proud of you for claiming your baggage and not drinking the Kool-Aid. Protection from a peer pressure. I love that. So, emergence from the tunnel. So that's all I have for today. Once again, my name is Fairlight. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like a reading from me and you happen to be in the downtown Asheville area, please come on into Instant Karma Asheville. Downtown, it's a one-stop hippie shop. We've got cute clothes, tapestries, singing bowls, drums, crystals, incense, fucking fragrances, books, tarot cards, tarot readings, palm readings, astrology readings. And if you're not in Asheville, you can find my Calendly link somewhere in the show notes, and feel free to hit me up and schedule a reading. So that's all I have for today. Peace and love. Until next time.